Alright guys, welcome back to LJ Reactions. I'll be your host, James. Again, sorry about nothing this week. Again, studying for finals, which are next week, and also been a crazy week at work. So, regardless, Saturday I was actually planning on doing the off-script video from JD's channel, which was going to be part 1, 250. Because this past week on Raw, we had pretty much a lot of people say this was their breaking point with Monday Night Raw. Like, this is the breaking point. This was the worst Raw ever in history. This was the breaking point. I'm not going to be watching Raw, this and that. I'm like, sitting there on Twitter reading people's comments like, this was your breaking point? All of 2018, part of 2017, this was your breaking point. This was the worst Raw ever, people. Like, really looking at it? I mean, there's been so many bad Raws in the past history. What? 4th of July, or Christmas, or Halloween, or whatever you want to call it. There's been worse Raws than this past one on Monday, and even equal to Raws past year. I mean, all of them past year. So, my thoughts on this week's Raw, really, yeah, it was bad. It was terrible. It was up there with some of the rest, the worst ones of the year, but you gotta look at it this way. You can't give one Raw the breaking point and the other ones in 2018 with Reigns, with Owens, with Rollins, with hell, even Sami Zayn on it. This was the worst one. There's been way worse ones when they had their full roster. Now with they half the roster, you can say, oh, this is the worst one ever. Like, what did you expect, man? Listen, Raw's not going to get any better until you know who takes over, okay? I think this upcoming week, Vince McMahon has a XFL announcement for like the teams that are going to have the host teams for his upcoming year. Listen here, until that happens, I keep telling you guys, until Vince McMahon goes to do his XFL stuff, this is not going to get any better. And now with the news of SmackDown, and when next year when SmackDown goes to Fox, they want Ronda Rousey. So it's not going to get any better anytime soon. So let's hear what JD has to say about. Okay, this is his opener. So I know usually JD's openers are quite lengthy, but there's always entertainment. I mean, again, people saying this was the worst Raw ever, like coming out the blue. You know, like coming out the blue in the back. In the back, like couple years, and even this year, there's been a lot of people say, "Oh, it was a decent Raw." I'm like, decent Raw? Like, what are you watching? Like, listen here, I've gotten to the point with Raws where I'm just gonna watch. I watch the opener, the 9 o'clock segment, the 10 o'clock segment, and that's the end. Everything else in the middle, who cares? That's the way I'm really sticking to Raw. Because, for example, football season's still on. Basketball season's on. You guys know I'm a Lakers fan. If the Lakers are playing, I'd rather watch the Lakers play than Raw. I mean, it's to the point where it's the opening segment. Like, literally, even the first 4 minutes of this week's opening segment, I was like, okay, that's where they're going. Who cares? And then 9 o'clock segment, I believe 9 o'clock segment was Ronda Rousey and Nia Jax. I mean, Nia Jax can't cut promos still. Like, don't give her a microphone ever again. Then you had the 10 o'clock segment, which I believe was what? What the hell was the 10 o'clock segment? That's how bad Raw is. Like, you can't even say what the 10 o'clock segment was. See, I always tell you guys, after WrestleMania 31, literally, that's when it started. Like, literally, it was going to super, super, super decline. I always said after, what was that WrestleMania with The Rock and John Cena? No. The WrestleMania with the John Cena facing The Miz. Was that WrestleMania 27? That's when I really said it's starting to go on a decline. WrestleMania 27 was really the decline of wrestling to the point where you're like, you got to watch all 3 hours. I always told people that. Like, that's when I knew it was like getting bad because, again, no offense to The Miz and Cena, but The Miz versus John Cena is your main event of WrestleMania. Like, even though The Miz was doing great work at that time, but the main event of WrestleMania is The Miz versus John Cena. Like, I'm pressing the B button to purchase a $60 show for The Miz versus John Cena. That's when you knew you're like, damn, we go from The Undertaker and Michaels the year before to The Miz versus John Cena. Like, that show was so bad. I was so thankful that when I tried to buy it, my freaking cable was like, oh, we have an issue with your pay-per-view box. I was like, oh, no. And then when I literally got done like reviewing the show, like looking at what happened, like, thank God I did not waste my $60 on that show. And then, you know, then Vince McMahon's like, oh, let's bring The Rock back for the next 2 years to save our show. No, man. 27 was when I saw it was going to decline, and right now, literally, it's a shame you have all this great talent, and then you, like, literally, this is what you do. For example, some people said, oh, Braun Strowman didn't need to win the belt because, again, he's already been buried. He lost to Lesnar before. He lost his Money in Bank to Roman Reigns. I'm like, you're to the point right now where you have no champion on your show. Like, to me, they have it so ass backwards. Right now, the belt should be on Seth Rollins. Drew McIntyre should be your IC champion. Rollins should be your Universal champion. And I agree with Taz about this point. You're to the point you can't take the belt off of Ronda Rousey. That's why I said Ronda did not need to win the belt. Ronda can win the belt at WrestleMania because look right now, there's nobody believable on the Raw roster that you could think could beat Ronda Rousey. They're all on SmackDown. Becky Lynch and Charlotte, they're on SmackDown. That's why I said, look what you're doing to Sasha, Bayley, Ember Moon, like 3 of the greatest NXT women's wrestlers of all time, and they're doing absolutely nothing. That's why Ronda Rousey did not need the belt. I told you guys who watched me in the past, I said, Ronda Rousey should win the Women's Royal Rumble. It's just laid out that way she should win it. Like, who would boo Ronda Rousey winning the Royal Rumble? See? You're to the point now where, like, you can't do nothing with Ronda. She's going to beat Nia Jax. She's going to go on to Royal Rumble to face God knows who knows. And then WrestleMania, who's she going to face? Becky Lynch probably, right? But you're to the point where you fucked up a bunch of storylines. And now you're trying to fix them here and there and having Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins. So, you're telling me you're going to have Seth Rollins win the Royal Rumble, which I have no problem with Seth Rollins winning the Royal Rumble. I'm just saying, you're to the point right now where your TV does not matter. Like, as my friend says, just get me to the Rumble. Like, my friend does not care about anything on Raw or SmackDown except for the Rumble and Mania. And whose fault is that? That's Vince McMahon's fault. You're to the point where my friend doesn't even care to watch anything but the Rumble and WrestleMania. That's how bad your product is, Vince, that my friend says, only Rumble and only Mania I care to watch. Like, I mean, yeah, man, it's the way the product is right now. So, again, I was talking for a little bit here. Let's see what JD has to say. Again, this is going to probably be like, who knows? And this is the opener. And he's going to have a lot to say, so let's check out the opener.
So I'm up late last night. As I look at my clock, it is 1:54 p.m. on Thursday.
Afternoon time.
I'm up late last night after NXT. It's 2:30 in the morning. Can't sleep. Haven't been able to sleep well in months.
Yeah, same here,
I'm a
bro.
night owl.
Finals week, yeah.
Most of that has to do with my schedule. Raw, SmackDown, and late. Got to record. It takes a couple hours to upload and render and edit and all that shit.
It's going to take about an hour and 30 minutes
here. While that's doing its thing, I end up sitting up playing Call of Duty or fucking around in Spider-Man and doing some side missions and whatnot to gain some XP. And then after everything is done, all my workstation gets shut down. I go in the living room to lay down on the couch, have a little snack, watch some TV, and then hopefully get tired so that I can retire to my bedroom and go to sleep. It's the same routine every night. But I'm up late last night, it's around 2:30 in the morning, and I'm watching this MTV show, Catfish.
Catfish. I haven't watched that show in a while.
And I actually like this show. Don't mock me or don't question me. I like the show. It's a very interesting tale of teenagers around the world who develop online budding relationships and
think it's real. Meet the person.
In love, and they want it to work out so badly, and they want all that comes with the relationship. And most of the time, it doesn't work out for them.
Nope.
And I think the main reason why I watch is to see who else is out there that's trolling, and you know, I like to see the sheer disappointment on somebody's face when
that's true.
You know, they fall in love with somebody,
it's
and
not
then
the person.
They end up meeting some fucking fat slob halfway across the globe who looks nothing like the pictures that they sent.
And lives Des Moines, Iowa, or some
it's
shit,
a
right?
Guy talking as if he's a female or some weird shit. I just find great pleasure in seeing the fucking great disappointment on these people's faces. That's why I watch.
Hey, go ahead, yeah.
Maybe 1% of the show, it actually ends up being
the
who
person
you want it to be.
Yeah.
And you actually get a real lasting relationship out of it. 1%. They may have some social anxiety disorder. They may dislike the way that they look. They don't have enough confidence in themselves. You know, we all went through that stage.
Yeah, yeah.
But I watched this show last night, and for whatever reason, I was thinking back. I was on my phone, And I'm scrolling through tweets and whatnot, and I'm looking at the analytics from the NXT review. And I'm thinking back to what happened on Monday Night Raw. it cannot escape me. It's like a fucking
plague
scary
or something.
Movie
a plague
that you watch and you can't fucking sleep for days on end during the week.
Yep.
Like I remember watching the original Paranormal Activity.
Ooh,
the
original
first
one.
time I ever watched that movie. I watched it in the dark. I had the ambiance going.
Scared as shit that night.
You
were scared as shit.
And I remember so vividly that I would go to sleep and I did not sleep
for like 3 or 4 days,
three
right?
Fucking nights.
Yeah. See, yeah.
Every little creak and crack that I heard in the apartment.
Thought it was something.
Noise
I remember when I first watched the first
heard,
Halloween movie. I was the same way, man.
Wake me
same
up.
way. First Halloween movie.
I was half asleep. I couldn't fully fall asleep because I was thinking about the scenes in the movie. And I would have my cat Bacardi just looking around the fucking room like, what the fuck are you looking at? It's fucking pitch black in here. What are you looking at? You know cats have that keen sense of like,
what the fuck is he looking at?
Dark. Right? Well, like, what are you looking at? Is something there that I don't know that I can't see? What do you see? Talk to me! So that I can fucking go to sleep. That was Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw was the fucking ghostly apparition that fucking pulled that poor motherfucker from his bed into the attic, never to be seen again. It's a fucking nightmare. But I'm thinking back to Monday Night Raw, I'm like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck?
So you say every week, every night, man, anytime Monday.
This community is so fucking garbage.
JD's
it really is. And this is my cold open for the show. The wrestling community here on YouTube. And I am putting everybody into this black pot.
Everybody.
YouTube wrestling community is absolutely full of garbage fucking people.
That's true. I'm not gonna lie. That's true.
It's at a point right now, if I seen you in person, I'd say that same thing to your face. You are garbage people. Half of the community filled with irrelevant fucking opinions that mean nothing to me.
That's true. I'm going to pause a little bit here, back and forth here, but what JD's saying is true. Like I was telling you guys in the opener, there's some people who said the whole year there was some good, there's some bad. It was an okay show. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? Like, this show is terrible. And then this week again, like same people, it's a key word. This week was most of people's breaking point. I'm like, what were you watching all year? Like I told you guys when the Shield came back together. Like, this is not going to fix anything. It's not. And then, unfortunately, Roman Reigns goes out with leukemia, and it's still the same thing. People are saying, oh, now that Roman Reigns is gone, now Vince is going to be forced to book good shows. I'm like, forced to do what? Forced to do what? It's the same thing.
Community is so fucking garbage, I can't even put into words how much I hate this community. So I work by myself.
Yeah, it's true, yeah.
I fucking hate. There's a few people that I actually love hanging out with and drinking with and talking to and listening to. Very few. Very few. You know who you are.
You know who you are.
But I'm thinking back to Monday Night Raw and thinking how bad that show was.
That shit was terrible, bro.
And it makes me wonder, this is the show that broke you? This is the show. This is the Raw show that broke you down so much that you finally hit record on your PC, sat in front of your fucking camera. This is the show that broke you down so much that finally
you had to say something
negative. To record a negative review on Monday Night Raw.
Yep.
This is the show.
This is the show. It's hilarious, man. Oh my god. Come on, man. No one cares about you. You know, my video.
Monday Night Raw has been god-awful. And I'm using 2018 only. I could go back and back and back and back and tell you for fucking years ever since they went to this 3-hour format,
Yeah.
how bad this show has been.
Yeah,
I am
true.
talking about primarily in 2018. I know for a simple fact
There's worse Raws.
that on more than one occasion,
There's worse Raws this year.
I've used this term and phrase, worst Raw of the year,
Yeah.
several fucking times.
This year already.
But this is the show that broke you. This is the show that broke you. Raw has been fucking hideous,
Yeah.
atrocious,
Past 3
horrendous,
years. 3 years.
downright god-awful all year.
Yeah, this year too, yeah.
Where were you then?
Yeah, with your negative reviews.
Where were you then? Because, believe it or not, yes, this show is a steaming pile of fucking cat shit,
Yep.
but I am pretty positive there were Monday Night Raws during the year that were far worse than what we've seen on Monday night.
That's true.
Far worse. And that was a show with Reigns and with Strowman.
With Kevin Owens.
And a show that did not have a depleted Monday Night Raw right now due to injury.
Yeah, that's true. That's what I said, yeah.
So I ask you a very simple question.
Where were you?
Where were all these YouTube content creators when Monday Night Raw was putting on steaming pile of cat shit shows
all year
throughout the rest of 2018? Now all of a sudden, you
Yep.
want to come on here and express how bad Monday Night Raw was. Monday Night Raw's been bad all year.
Yeah.
All year. So much so that you can't find
Hey.
the last good show.
It's true. I don't even know
It's
the last
all
good show.
been bad. Downright awful.
Oh, let me pause real quick for you guys.
And it may-
I don't even think that was a good show. That was just a good, lengthy segment. But you guys remember when when Seth Rollins took on that gauntlet? Where I think he beat like Cena, Roman, and I think Ziggler, but he lost to Elias. You guys remember that gauntlet? That was probably like the last redeeming, like quality, like, you know what I'm saying, like lengthy quality, maybe an hour of a segment where you're like, okay, half of the show's not complete dog shit. You know what I'm saying? That's like literally like the last one I can remember. And that was a good shit by Seth Rollins too. Good shit.
Makes me wonder why.
Because you have no choice,
And
JD. You have no
it makes
choice.
me feel that much better about my job.
Because JD's always
It
honest.
makes me feel proud that I have not strayed
Not one time.
from giving you a different opinion. I have not altered my fucking stance on anything. I have not sold out. I didn't become a WWE shill.
Nope.
I didn't change anything as far as the way I present myself on here. I could have,
Yeah, he
but
could.
I won't.
But he didn't.
I could have, and I will not.
That's true.
Ever.
Never.
I don't give a fuck if Vince McMahon comes to me and wants me to be the lead announcer on Monday Night Raw. No.
NXT? Maybe.
No. NXT, yes.
See, yeah.
Monday Night Raw.
No.
But it makes me so proud to sit here at the end of the day knowing that I have been truthful
Every time.
to everybody every single time I sat here to talk about a Raw,
That's true.
a SmackDown, an NXT, and even do this podcast, which right now we're sitting at 250 episodes. I think that's a milestone in the number world, 250.
Yeah.
250 fucking episodes of this very podcast. I have never strayed from my opinion, ever.
Not one time.
And I want you guys to go Google it. I would have pulled it up, and I would have pulled it up on the screen. You know, back in high school, we used to listen to bands like Korn and Slipknot, Soulfly. The big new metal phase was in Cold Chamber. You know,
Nope,
bands
I don't
like
know.
that. Fear Factory, which I know they were never new metal. They were always just fucking heavy as fuck. But those are the bands that we all listened to back in high school. It was cool. It was edgy, right? And I remember Follow the Leader being my favorite Korn album. Still to this day, if you talk about Korn, the band Korn with Jonathan Davis and, you know, what they did for the music world back when we were growing up, Korn is a very influential band. And I always look back to being a fan of Follow the Leader. Outside their debut album, which is critically acclaimed everywhere as being their best album, I disagree respectfully. It's a great album, but Follow the Leader was corn on another level to me. And I still, I have Freak on a Leash on my Spotify playlist, and every time that song comes on, when it comes on, that middle riff where, if you remember in the music video, the fucking bullet is traveling through all these different scenes, and you got the band playing in what looks to be a room filled with bullet holes, and then that breakdown riff comes in during the middle of the song where Jonathan Davis is inaudibly fucking saying gibberish. That shit's fucking great. Even in 2018, that shit gets me fucking hyped. Follow the Leader. Look and Google the fucking cover album, or the cover to that album. And that is exactly what the community is.
Let me see.
You see a little child falling off a fucking cliff, and you see all these other children following the fucking leader. Someone's falling off the fucking mountain or jumping off the fucking mountaintop, and you got all these other fucking idiots following suit. Where were you people when Raw was putting on all these other bad shows? Now all of a sudden you want to come out and express, oh, Raw sucks, oh, Raw was the worst of all time.
Right.
Oh, Raw, they did this wrong, they did that wrong, piss jokes, AOPP, and all this other bullshit. Ronda Rousey looked like she had pink eye, Nia Jax promo was terrible, Baron Corbin, why is there so much Baron Corbin? Now you find an issue with all this shit. Meanwhile, I've been here for the entirety of the year calling this shit out, and I have people fucking criticizing me and pointing the blame on me about how the community's fucking garbage and how I'm fucking negative and all this other bullshit. Where the fuck were you people then?
That's true. That's what I said, man. Yeah.
Like, what is your agenda here? The only reason why you said Monday Night Raw was terrible was because you were forced to say it was terrible.
No choice.
Because if you went and said it was fucking good or tried to find positives in the fucking show, which, by the way, there was zero, you would be called out for your fucking bullshit.
Yep,
But I'm calling you out on your bullshit anyway, because you people were finding positives in these other fucking horrific shows,
when there was none,
which were far worse than what we've seen on Monday night. And now here you are expressing how bad Monday Night Raw is because you have no other choice but to say it was bad.
Yep, that's why I said
If the show is bad, I hope that you all learned a fucking lesson. When it's bad, why don't you fucking say it's bad?
Yep.
It's going to continue to be bad.
Until that person leaves.
It will forever be bad until Vince is gone. I don't give a fuck who they have on there.
Yep.
Be truthful to your goddamn audience.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I don't listen to anybody outside of 2 or 3 different people. I can't take all the idiocy that's in this community. I can't take the stupidity.
That's true.
More so than any other week. Any other week, I was told, well, if you don't like it, don't watch it. How many people I blocked in my Vince McMahon tweet who said that same exact quote? If you don't like it, don't watch. The WWE's making all this kinds of money. You don't have to like what they're doing. This is what they're doing, and they think it's best for business. Really now? Really now?
Check your stocks.
Prices are plummeting. They fell $40.
Yep.
Up. They were up to $100 a share. Now they're down to $60.
Yeah, see, people?
I wonder why.
Yeah,
you don't think the fucking quality of shows has anything to do with that? You are a fucking blithering idiot if you don't think so.
Yep, I told you, people.
Might not be a direct reason,
but it's a reason. Yeah.
If you don't like it, don't watch.
I hate that shit.
You must be fucking new here, then. Don't like it, don't watch. I fucking hate that.
Yep, so do I. I do.
I fucking hate it. Maybe you don't realize that Monday Night Raw review has been a staple on my show. It's an offset from Off the Script every Monday. I have to cover Monday Night Raw because people don't want to watch this show.
They rather listen to JD.
They'd rather watch me.
Yeah.
They'd rather watch me and be entertained by me than sit there for 3 fucking blithering hours.
And fall asleep.
Wasteful hours. And watch me instead for one, where they could get laughs, genuinely, where they could get a top-notch wrestling opinion, and they don't have to sit down and watch Baron Corbin for 8 fucking segments. Or they don't have to watch fucking Drake Maverick piss away the Raw Tag Team Championships.
Yep.
Maybe you don't know that I have a fucking subscriber base of 100,000 subscribers to appease at the end of the day. I look at the fucking analytics of my channel at least 24 times a day. 24. Even when I'm in a public setting with people likes and the comments and this and that, and my subscriber number and the revenue. It's what I do. It's my business. If I didn't, then I would have an issue.
Yeah.
If I didn't, it would show I didn't care about the quality and the growth of my channel. Okay? It's a part of the weekly programming that I do here. And yes, it's a WW-related topic. Most of the biggest storylines that happen in this company come out of Monday. Why wouldn't I sit and cover the fucking show?
For an hour, 30 minutes. Yeah.
I don't understand. I don't get people's logic. And then I get these fucking irrelevant people on Twitter and on YouTube who tag me in the fucking title of their videos as if I don't see it. I have 100,000 eyes for me to find the fucking lowest of the low on this platform. You know, this guy's talking shit about you, or this guy's using your name in the title of the video, etc., etc. And all I hear are complaints. JD doesn't cover Impact Wrestling.
Who
JD
watches
doesn't
Impact
cover
Wrestling?
New Japan Pro Wrestling. JD doesn't cover Ring of Honor. JD doesn't cover Lucha Underground.
It gets no traction. Why the fuck should you cover
Okay.
it?
Again, let me backtrack a little bit.
Gets no
I
traction.
look at the analytics of my channel. If something works and something sticks, I'll do it.
If it doesn't, don't do it.
Impact Wrestling can't even accumulate 100,000 viewers per show. I have more subscribers on my channel than Impact does weekly viewers for their program.
So why cover it?
Yet you want me to cover fucking Impact Wrestling. Lucha Underground, how many people get El Rey?
Yeah, how many?
How many people are realistically subscribed that listen to me, which is primarily a dominant WWE channel?
Not me.
Subscribe to New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Not me.
Monday Night Raw gets me half of my subscriber base in total in views every fucking week. Monday Night Raw is my highest grossing video every fucking week. If people rather watch me cover Monday Night Raw than watch the show, and I can get all the benefits that come from that, why the fuck not?
Yeah.
Why the fuck not?
Yeah.
And I'm looking right at you. You would do the same fucking thing if you were in my fucking shoes.
Yep.
Don't tell me how to run my business. Ever. I do what's best for my business. I do what's best for the people watching my content. And if Raw is that, then
Raw.
fucking live with it. Don't ever tell me how to do or run my business. There's a reason why I don't cover Impact Wrestling. There's a reason why I don't cover any other promotion, because there's no interest in it.
Nope.
None.
Zero.
I don't give a fuck what happens anywhere else. I'll read about it, and
I'll
if
watch
it piques my interest, I'll go out and watch.
Yeah.
Give me a fucking break. Don't like it, don't watch.
Hate that shit.
Okay. Move on to somebody else who's gonna fucking feed into that bullshit that you type away on Twitter. I have a show to run. WWE comes out of Raw with all the news coming out of that show. If I don't cover it, then I'm missing out on everything that the company has to offer during the week. It's very simple. So much so that even a fucking simpleton like you should be able to
follow
figure it
that.
out.
Yeah.
And how many times do I have to express myself if actually they put on a good show? Do I
would
want
do a good review.
A good show?
That'd be
No,
a
of
good
course
review.
not. There's always hope that there's going to be a fucking good show. Always.
When?
How many times do I have to use this example? The Atlanta Braves. I've been a fan of them for fucking 30 years. Almost 30 years.
And this year they turned around and were good.
Almost 30 years. I remember back to when I first started collecting baseball cards, and I seen my first card worth anything that my dad opened up with me, sitting down because it was a hobby of his and he tried to turn it on to his kids. And I opened up my first pack, and there sat a David Justice rookie card. I followed the team ever since because it was the first card that I ever had in my possession that I personally owned that was worth anything, and that's what got me interested in the Atlanta Braves.
Yep.
Just based off that, I followed him, I followed the team, and then I became a fan of the team.
Yep.
And I never looked back since that day. Yes, they've had a terrible fucking time in the last 5-6 years. Terrible. But they went to the playoffs when they were destined for last place this year.
Yeah, that's true. They were.
They didn't make the NLCS.
But they got close.
But I was damn proud that they even got there.
Yeah.
And 2019, they just signed Josh Donaldson, and they just signed Brian McCann, who I was upset when he left anyway. Now they got him back. It was the best hitting catcher in the National League, and they got him back.
So now they're going to be...
They're building towards the future. They're giving you hope. All because they lost in the NLDS to the Dodgers. That doesn't mean I'm not going to go watch them in 2019. They are building for the future. I am hopeful that they will turn around and give me a smile and a championship at the end of 2019 or in the years to come. If I didn't watch them, if I gave up on them when they finished last, 100 losses in 2017, how could I be there for the ride when they actually win it? If I gave up on them, I wouldn't be able to say, I was there, I watched, and I fucking cried tears of joy.
So when Raw does have a really good show...
How many fucking times do I have to use that analogy?
So when Raw has a good show?
Why do you watch if it's so bad? I never understand. If you hate something, don't watch it. Okay. Okay. How many people gave up on The Walking Dead? Oh, it's boring. There's not enough zombies. Negan's ruining the show. Now everybody's talking about The Walking Dead because they're giving you a feel of what made the show special in the early seasons.
Yeah, now that Rick is gone.
How many of you people now gave up on The Walking Dead and somehow are tracking everything that's going on now? It's the same fucking deal. Don't tell me how to do my business. Ever. I will bench you quicker than I could fucking breathe. And for the rest of the fucking community, I hope this is a lesson learned.
Yeah.
That you need to be truthful to your audience.
Truthful.
I see through everybody in this community. You, the majority of you, are fucking frauds.
JD's calling you out, people.
Frauds. Down to the fucking very definition of that term.
Fraudulent.
Where the fuck were you?
The last year.
When these shows were delivering piss-poor show after piss-poor show throughout this year. Oh, this is good. Oh, this is positive. Good. Oh, this could be very good for the future.
Yeah.
Trying to find fucking doses of positive. There's nothing positive on this show. Nothing.
Zero.
Now, this week, this is the show that broke you down.
This was the show, JD. This was the show.
Give me a fucking break. I don't know how any of you listen to anybody else out there. I know most of you don't like the negativity, but the show offers nothing but negativity. You only watch those other shows in hopes that they are negative. Who the fuck likes anything positive that comes out of this show? And what happens if there's positive? WWE never follows up on it anyway.
Nope, they don't. They don't.
Be truthful to your audience. Everyone this week looked like a fucking second-rate fucking fraud. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I can't sit here and say the same thing about me. I've been truthful with you guys every fucking week. Why does JD complain? Why does JD complain? Why does JD complain and always negative?
There's no
choice.
choice.
This is the week why you finally see. This is the week. Meanwhile, you're fucking jumping off the fucking cliff like the kids on the Follow the Leader album cover, and everybody's following suit. Oh my God, if I don't say Raw's bad, I'm going to have a negative backlash to my channel. Be truthful to your audience.
Yes, people, be truthful.
Give them the content that they deserve. If the show is bad,
say it's bad.
The show is fucking bad, and it should be expressed that it's bad.
Yep.
Because the way I see it, you're, most weeks, the fucking root, the cause of the problem.
Yeah.
You don't think WWE scours YouTube? You don't think WWE scours Twitter?
They do it all the time.
Positive,
all the time.
If they see, Wrestle Talk, or if they see anybody else in the community, look at this guy with 400,000 subscribers. He's talking good about the show. Maybe we're doing something right. Hey, Vince, look. We had a 500,000 subscriber YouTube channel so that we did good on Raw. You're the fucking root of the problem. Now, will they change come Monday?
Fuck no.
Of course they won't. Of course they won't. It's getting worse.
Yep.
It's going to get worse. They're doing double tapings for Christmas and New Year's Eve.
Oh, God,
Double
no.
tapings.
Oh, God, no.
My God, the level of fucking cringe that I'm anticipating.
That's going to be shit-tastic.
Be truthful with your audience. This Raw exposed so many fucking people in the community. So many. I don't know how anyone can take you literally. Seriously. Anymore.
Nope.
That's my opening to the show. I got a fucking action.
All right, people, that's the opening for a JD show. Again, I'll leave his link down below so you can watch the rest of his video. What else did you want me to say? I mean, what he said is pretty much true. Again, like I said, people, there were so many worse shows this year or even equal to this show that this was the breaking point again. Like he said, that's true. Like, they had no choice but to say it was bad. Because if not, again, like he said, man, you look like an idiot. You would. The show was terrible. Again, like I said, if it's not the only thing I watch is the opening segment, 9 o'clock hour, 10 o'clock hour, and closing. And if there's nothing good of that, flip back to football, or turn back on my PS4 and continue to play Red Dead Redemption 2, which I've yet to finish beating. Or now, this upcoming week, Super Smash Brothers is coming up. So, I mean, again, like he said, God, can you imagine that? Christmas Eve and New Year's Day take back to back? Oh my God. It's going to be terrible. But, again, you guys comment down below. What do you think what JD had to say? Do you believe what he said is right? Comment down below. If you like the video and subscribe again. Now, I'm trying to do a couple more videos. I don't know how to do that. Dragon Ball Z and Brawly movie. There's some more leaked stuff about it, that too. Can't wait for that movie. And then, supposed to go into my friend's house to watch the Wilder Fury fight. If I'm going to go watch it. Or if I don't go to his house to watch it, I'll order it here and do a live reaction for you guys for that fight. So, there's some more stuff coming tonight. So, let me render this, upload it, and you guys will be able to see this one, and I'll be right back.